Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Air Force's offense will have the football first. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can keep...
Breaks into the open. Powers through. At the 20. He was loose and setting sail, and they stop him at the 6-yard line.
I mean, what a huge game for this offense. You're always trying to find ways to get your playmakers in space. And when you create a hole like that, Palmer, good Lord, anybody's going to be able to run through it. Then he just keeps chewing up those yards, makes the big play.
He's a difference maker, David, and he gets better as the game goes on. So that's great news at this juncture to kind of rip off a big run like that. But this is a guy that builds momentum as he goes. I'd be force-feeding this guy more as the game goes on.
And the Falcons have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays. And if you can just give him a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done there.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. After giving up that big play, this defense has been a rock. 3rd and goal coming. They'll go to the fullback. He cannot get it in, a mere inches away from pay dirt. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. No good. And the score will stay right where it is after that miss. A matchup we'll be watching in this one really takes you back. Big-time running back going right into the face of a tackling machine at linebacker, David.
Yeah, and we're going to see this individual battle a lot. Not just in pass coverage when they match up, but just meeting in holes. And who's going to win when they go head-to-head? That will be a big factor.
Oh, he's got some space. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Throws for the tight end. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Wide receiver comes in motion. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. They'll run the screen. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
Great job, too, by the QB there, holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the first down.
They cross midfield at the 45 with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the give to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Got his man quickly. On the move at the 30. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. Looking downfield on 1st down. A spectacular one-hand grab. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. And with the completion out to the sideline, they'll pick up a couple.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
He wants it all. And it's caught. Touchdown.
And on that third down, when you gotta have it, no question where that ball was going, but the theatrics were just sensational. He puts one hand up, he's able to secure it and get it into his body. Coverage that time was pretty good, but there's no defense for a perfect throw. And how about that highlight one-handed stat?
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So it's an 80-yard drive. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Turning it on. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. And the defense got it.
As a defender, you dream about those big hits. You work hard on it in practice, closing space, getting close, and just sticking that guy and causing the fumble.
And the offense takes the field, ready to go back to work. Grabbed behind the line, it's Clemens. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
He's in for the touchdown. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Goes to the option. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And as a defensive player, you see so much option nowadays and so many different variants of it. And you got to play very disciplined, sound football. And you could tell he knew he was responsible for the quarterback. He goes and gets him, sits him on the ground, creates a tackle for a loss.
Finds his tight end. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. The Falcons decide to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. He'll field the punt and look for room. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. Off-play action on first down. Looking for a deep man. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. One final play before the end of the quarter.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense, pressuring the quarterback.
Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Grabbed in the middle, it's Clemens. They make the tackle at the 33, and it is well short of the first down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking for a gap. It's Hankerson. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. It'll be third and long. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Under fire. Unloads it downfield. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. And the Falcons send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Here comes the offense onto the field again. Looking to throw on first down. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Off the play fake on first down. Got his man on the right. Good, solid tackle. Working well behind the sticks on second down.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down.
You know, good running backs are the ones that can make things happen in small spaces. That running back there found his line.
There he goes. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10. No reason to panic when you see those extra bodies coming. Just find the big tight end.
Well, and the great ones do that. I think the great ones are okay. You want to blitz? I know my answers. I'm all right. I'll stay patient. Find the matchup. This time it was the tight end. Finds the tight end, throws a strike, gets the first down.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, first and 10. To the air on first down. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage.
And he will house it. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
Now, you always want to get the home crowd jacked up and
So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking for space. It's Woods. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Catch in the middle. It's Smith. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Looking for a productive play on first down. Wants to throw on first down. Finds a man on the left. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. With that last catch, he now breaks the 1,500-yard mark for his career.
And that's a pretty good accomplishment, man. Hitting 1,500 yards, that speaks to your consistency, your durability, and your playmaking ability, Palmer, to consistently make plays, because when you got those guys as a quarterback, you find them.
It's pretty nice. 1,500 yards, obviously a great number. The cool thing about him, though, he doesn't care about the stats. This guy just wants to win week in, week out. He's hungry, and he's made plays throughout his career.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now facing a 3rd and long. Tight end now in motion. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Pulls it in. It's Green. He'll work his way down to the 28. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. First down for this offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, 2nd down coming.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. They've put this ball on lockdown. 8th play of the drive coming up. Looking for space. It's Woods. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The give to the back. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. It's good. He hit that one. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it.
42 Spider. 4-2, go.
Looking to throw on first down. Gonna take a shot at this DB. Snatches it on the right. He's loose. Past the 30. 10. Touchdown. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. They'll start this 3rd quarter with a run. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. From the gun, running back on the move. Crosses the 40. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Quick completion on the out. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. They want to get this defense on its heels.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down. And listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays. You better change your looks up and try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? They'll run it left, looking for the end zone here. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that, no gain on the play.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. And it's caught. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many?